us now or on YouTube in the future wondering what in the heck exactly is going on, our combo is Revel and Riches, Knight of Souls Betrayal, Forbidden Orchard to make lots of treasure tokens that eventually win the game. And outside of that, we are a black splash green control deck. I'm gonna go ahead and keep this. I never need double green. Probably want to prioritize keeping basics in my deck, though. The original idea here was a Justin deck that he put a lot of Justin things into, and I was like, I think this might actually be okay if we, like, took some of the garbage out. So this is my attempt at trying to take some of the garbage out. This is Justin submitted the idea of Revel and Riches, Forbidden Orchard, Knight of Souls Betrayal, and I was like, can I try this again, but with some better cards in it? Because, like, I think a lot of the cards this deck is playing are, like, pretty reasonable in Modern. I think there's a lot of creature-based decks in the format right now, so, like, having, like, a pile of sweepers and spot removal is just, like, decent in a lot of the matchups. That being said, I'm sure I'm about to play against, like, blue, white, and Jeskai control a bunch. Why are we playing Bridgevine on Meme Monday? Because I'm pretty sure it qualifies. Bridgevine is like if Goblin Charbelcher was a competitive deck. Like I'd play Grishelbrand on Meme Monday if it was towards the top of the queue. Yeah, Forbidden Orchard, Sherman. You give them creatures with Forbidden Orchard, which then die to your Knight of Souls Betrayal. Are they missing a land drop? I think they're about to miss a land drop. What does a Meme Monday emote look like? We just want Meme Monday, just like the words. No, the Bridgevine lists are going to be the exact... We have two specific iterations in the queue today that we're going to try. I'm going to attempt to cast Curse of Death's Hold here. We could get remanded. Are we close to another emote? I'm actually not sure. It's a good question. We're not close to another emote at the moment, but I actually don't know. I might have an open one. I don't actually remember. Emotes. Do I have an open slot? I actually have an open emote slot right now. We are not particularly close to getting another new one, but we currently have an open slot. Yeah. It's possible I should have just, like, kept making land drops here because the opponent, like, was missing lands and, like, probably had a remand. I like how I talked about, like, this deck probably lining up well, and then we immediately queue into, like, blue-red control here, where, like, a bunch of our cards are terrible. And this is why, like, playing the answer deck is, like, a tough sell. Hey, Burton Zenas, thank you for the 100 bits. I appreciate that. I think this is one of the many reasons why playing answer decks is tough in Modern, because, like, while I think a lot of the cards we're playing line up really well against a lot of the good decks in Modern, there's a lot of people that just don't play good decks in this format. It's like the appeal of the format, basically. Yeah, just, like, super dead. Can never win. Can never win. Gonna concede. I think I'm gonna concede the match. Yeah, I'm gonna concede the match. Just never beating a blue control deck. Yep. And again, just like part of the liability. If they were like playing a regular, like if they were playing just like a non-combo deck, I'd probably play it out against a blue control deck, but we're just like don't have the tools to beat through the breach. Yeah, I agree, Innocent Smith. I think we have tools to like be competitive against like the average blue control deck, but I think if they're explicitly playing through the Breach combo, we're gonna have a real hard time with it. Not to mention, like, you know, Blood Moon's gonna punish our greedy 2-color mana base in a non-zero amount of games. I mean, that's certainly not exclusive to Modern Monday in general. Yeah. Well, we have Maelstrom Pulse and Abrupt Decay to take Blood Moon off the table, but yeah. I think Terminus is very good in Modern. I think Terminus is part of the reason Blue White Control is seeing the success it's seen recently, Polly. I agree with your assessment. Teferi is also very good. Teferi is a super powerful card. Easy, just take their Thoughtseize here. I only have one Liliana in the deck, Brian. I just wanted a Liliana to grab with Dark Petition on occasion, because I agree she's not good with Forbidden Orchard, obviously. I don't think I want to Maelstrom Pulse this. I guess it keeps my health total high. Alright, I'm gonna do it. Maelstrom Pulse 0 forever. If you're really worried about it, you can swap the second decay for Maelstrom Pulse or work it in on top of the decays. I mean, Chandra Torch of Defiance is a non-zero amount of modern play. Cards, we talk about this a lot on stream. Cards that cost 3+ mana are a really hard sell in modern. They need to have a very big impact on the board the turn you play them. And just like, she doesn't always qualify for that. This is a very aggressive, tempo-based format. And 4-mana cards, generally speaking, are negative tempo. Just like how it works out. I like how I cut down to 2 Revel Enriches, and I've just drawn both of them. That's a tilt that I burned my Maelstrom Pulse. Sweeper. Okie-doke. Thoughts on Bloodbraid Elf in that category? Well, Bloodbraid Elf is decent because it explicitly is a card that generates tempo generally, right? Because it's a 4-mana card that generally gives you 5 to 7 mana worth of plays for 4 mana. And, like, you could argue that, like, maybe Bloodbraid as a 3-2 with haste is only worth, like, 3 mana. But even then, it's 4 mana that gives you, like, 4 to 6 mana worth of effects, which is why that card sees some play in the format. It's not amazing by any means, but I definitely think it's playable. To set the bar low, it's better than Jace the Mind Sculptor. Yeah, and Bloodbraid also doesn't see much play. I agree with that assessment too. I think she's outclassed by Tireless Tracker in a lot of spots, honestly. Alright, well. We got one more turn to draw one of our 12 sweepers. How many sweepers do we actually have here? So I've got 2 Bontus, I've got 2 Damnations, I've got a Languish, and my 3 Dark Petitions for Bontus are online at this point. So I've got 8 sweepers in my deck at the moment. I have a bunch of spot removal as well, but I have 8 sweepers that we could draw. We have Maelstrom Pulse as well, so we have 9 cards that clean these Tarmogoyfs up. I guess Maelstrom Pulse technically won't kill the Tarmogoyfs both because they could path the one I'm targeting in response to me drawing the Pulse. So I guess we have 8 ways to get out here. If they don't downtick the Liliana, any piece of spot removal does it as well, which is decent for us. Do you think that the problem... Alright, well, I mean, this gives us redraws at Bontu's, I suppose. And again, I actually think, like, this matchup we probably have the tools to be competitive in, but sometimes your cards just don't line up well against what the opponent's doing. It's just like how it goes. Again, just like playing an answer deck in a format that's not kind to answer decks. What do you think of the new commander decks? I don't play commander, so I don't really have an opinion on them. Probably a Vraska matchup. I like trimming discard spells generally. I guess I don't have anything great for the second Thoughtseize. I could probably leave that. Collective Brutality is pretty medium here. Although I guess it kills Scavenging Ooze, so it's probably fine. Nah, I don't think I want Kalitas. This is for, like, small creature decks. Okie doke. That would be the perfect card to unmulligan us if we had a second land. Well, I mean, I guess we take away some of their choices. Their hand isn't particularly aggressive, so we are going to get to have some time to stumble here, potentially. Ideally, we don't want to. Ideally, we want to draw, like, second land into Night's Whisper into third land. This is gonna miss. Feels bad, man. Feels bad. Well, we know not to fire this one off because they played a land that we didn't know about. Turns out it loses to Colliegard. I saw your post in Discord. Yeah, the Amulet Titan deck with main deck Bog has generally always been pretty good against decks like Dredge and other graveyard-based strategies. We're just dead here, right? Gonna like play Siege Runner. I guess we'll concede when we miss another land drop. If I can like curve into this Damnation on the Siege Rhino and whatever else they have in play, we might be okay, but pretty miserable. It's just how Magic goes sometimes. Shock that in, Battle Cattle. Nah, this deck already is gonna have a hard enough time against things like Alright. So you're saying there's a chance. Watch our third land be a Forbidden Orchard now. So then we can't Edict the Rhino. One cast down. Magic. I'm glad we started with this one. Less people are here early in the morning. We get to save some embarrassment. I mean, the opponent's deck was hardly a meme. It was just like green black rock with some bad white cards mixed in. That card's really bad. Morning, Mr. Maple. I've still got some surgicals here. Most things are competitive in Modern. That's why people like this format. Kind of format where you can just kind of show up and shuffle up with the cards that you like, and then you can be happily on your way, still win some games. Your threshold for sweet is, like, really low if, like, green black rock is sweet. Like, don't get me wrong, green black rock is good, but, like, as far as, like, things in Modern go, like, discard spells, Tarmogoyf Liliana the Veil is just, like, doesn't even register on the sweet radar, in my opinion. It has the ability to destroy a Tron land and then surgical it. My body is ready for them to go turn 1 Goblin Guide, since I have Thoughtseizes and Night's Whispers. Alright, what do you got? Beaumont Courier. Alright, that's interesting. Definitely just taking the Hollow Boy here, though, right? Not close. Yeah, like, fair cards generate good games of Magic. And, like, they generate interesting games of Magic. But, like, as far as, like, sweet goes, I think it's weird to call it sweet. But that's definitely super subjective, so feel free to state your own definition. Okay, so they've been Flame Wake. They've been Beaumont Courier. If they have land, Flame Blade, they go like land, Flame Blade, 0. Oh, they have nothing. That's sweet for us. Alright, well, let's do this and cast Night's Whisper, I suppose. This core idea was Justin's, but I worked on the details myself. Alright, how aggressive with my health total can I be? We're gonna find out. Just gonna push this off the table, I think, here. It's possible I should Inquisition, because they have 2 1-drops. They can go, like, land 1-drop, 1-drop, and then Vengevine me, which would feel bad. Yeah, it's possible I should have done this, but, like, keeping my health total high is also appealing. Backrat could be interesting in that deck. Start on this and see where we get. I can go Mind Stone into Collective Brutality here. Alright, I'm gonna take Burning Tree Emissary here, because it's their easiest way to cast another spell. And I'm gonna cast Mind Stone, and then I'm gonna Brutality their Goblin Lore, I think. Do I even want to Brutality the Goblin Lore? I could just wait a turn, right? And, like, if they play Flame Blade Adept next turn, I can kill it plus tag their thing. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna wait, actually. What do you think about rotating ban list? I think that doesn't accomplish anything, and that if you want a format that rotates, you should just play a format that rotates. It sounds like you want to play Standard. It doesn't sound like you want to play Modern. The appeal of Modern is that, like, I get to play with my sweet things consistently. Ugh, they've been to another Vengevine. That's scary. So they have Gore Clan Rampager. They've been their Flame Blade Adept too. Beant Spirits was really unimpressive last time we played it. It's like did not seem very good with the addition of the new Spirit Lord. Your collecting companies get a lot worse when they're finding 2 drops instead of 3 drops, basically, is what it comes down to. Probably gonna petition for a Knight of Souls Betrayal next turn. I never really played Extended, but I do know that you were certainly in the minority thinking it was sweet. It was not a particularly popular format from my understanding. That was part of the reason why they got rid of it. Did you hit two creatures? You did not. Alright, so let's do this. Let's go Dark Petition. Oh, I should have done this post. Nah, I'm going to leave this back on defense. Grab NOSB here. 3 black. Cast this. So then we have our grind set up here. We get to put our Revel and Riches into play, and then slowly start making treasures with Forbidden Orchard. We've assembled Tron, chat. The classic Forbidden Orchard, Knight of Souls, Betrayal, Revel and Riches Tron. For Dryad? I don't know which Dryad you're talking about, Rolf. Yeah, alright. Bring me the 1/1s, baby. Vexing Devil. Okay. Okay, we're gonna no sir decline this one. And then we're gonna trade here. Am I trading? No, I'm actually gonna take this hit and just Damnation next turn. Do I want a Night's Whisper? Yeah, why not? Let's do it. Probably won't play that one. Assemble our combo at turn 7 and we kill at turn 17. Yeah, I agree. Petition sweet. It's a card that like helps us find our clunky combo pieces without like actually having to play more of them. The reason why Night's Whisper over Sign and Blood. Yeah, I have 4 copies of Field of Ruin and I have 4 copies of what's it called? I have 4 copies of Field of Ruin and a basic forest. Yeah, I could see Petition Liliana being fine. Like keeps cards out of their hand. I don't think they have black either, so I'm pretty sure their bird is just dead. I'm actually just gonna get another Forbidden Orchard here. Nah, I think Commune's too slow. It doesn't really seem super useful. It's also possible I could have gotten Curse of Death sold with that, but we get to win the game a lot faster this way. I guess I could have gotten another Revel in Riches too, rather than this. Potential as well. It's interesting that they'd gamble on the Goblin lore rather than flashback Faithless Looting. Yeah, I think that's fine. Bringing back Vengevines is kind of whatever. I like chump 1, take 3, and then like clean the board next turn. And like, if they put a bunch of creatures into play, I just win the game faster with Revel and Riches. Sure, you got it, dog. Find some treasure. Orchard of Treasure. No, I didn't put Ensnaring Bridge in. I felt like I had enough sweepers that Ensnaring Bridge felt silly. Also, like, we can't always get our hand empty super quick. I'm just gonna pass for now. I think I'd rather wait a turn to sweep in case they draw another creature. Yeah, red-green Hollowvine is what we're playing against. They're down to 21 cards in their deck too here, so fasting back the looting when they only have 1 card in hand seems a little aggressive. I feel like they'd want to save up for when, I feel like they'd want to save up so they can get, like, 2 creatures. Alright. You get 2 more turns, opponent. Then we're going to revel in our riches. We win with Revel and Riches. Our win condition is in play, chat. How do we win? How do we win? The Revel and Riches is in play. There's a win condition right there. I don't understand the question. Okay. Hey, Fugues, thank you for the brand new Twitch Prime support. I appreciate that. And Kessel Runner, thank you for the bits. Alright, so we're going to 6 here. I've literally right on the board. The plan is right there in play. Right there in play. The thing that I've been collecting clues with as we play this game. Alright, and they're at 0 cards, and we're going to 6. Awesome! Yeah, landfall deck is sweet. I said a boom, chicka boom. We found some treasure, chat. I would like everybody to revel for a moment. Revel in the riches of our people. Revel in the riches of our people. A doom, chicka doom. What's going on, Doogie? Thanks for the support. Alright, so you're not dead, but we've won the game. Of course it's main deck Knight of Souls Betrayal. Where else would you put your Knight of Souls Betrayal, chat, if not in your main deck? I think I board this in as Graveyard Hate, basically. Collective Brutality. A Night's Whisper is pretty medium here. I'm going to cut at least 2 of these. Decay's probably fine. I guess Brutality kills a lot of their stuff. I'm going to trim these Thoughtseizes. Inquisition's probably cuttable. Liliana's pretty bad. Pulse is fine. All of these seem fine. feel about this? I think this is okay. I was wondering what this was. This deck reminded me that it was indeed Monday. Going on, Titan. Take my complimentary time out. I got you. Good morning. All right, let's do it. Kinda. You care about, like, being able to gain 2 life, I think, is relevant in positions, and you care about Flameblade Adept. Like, that's a card you need to kill. You also just, like, need to take their Grizzly Bears off the table. Is turn 3 Bontu's good enough? I almost feel like it's not, right? Cranial Extraction is what we refer to Lost Legacy as. Well, I have spot removal and surgical extractions in Instant Smith, so, like, no play till turn 3 on the draw is bad. Like, we have a bunch of interaction before turn 3 in our deck. Four months of great content and constant showing. Here's to many more. Paula, thank you for the 3rd of a year. Be sure to drop me a message in private. Let me know which deck in the queue you'd like to bump for your tier 2 sub this month. Thanks for that extra level of support. Naru card. Do I have to mulligan this? That's definitely a close 7. I think this might be keepable. I'm on 20 black sources. I get 2 shots. I'm gonna keep it. We kind of have 3 shots. Right. It's funny. So, like, when the mulligan rule changed to add the scry, the big change it made was it encouraged you to mulligan close 7s and to keep sketchy 6s is basically what it encourages you to do. Which is interesting. Perfect. Nothing says Hoagland quite like hoping to draw a land and drawing a 4-drop instead. It really embodies Hoaglandia. We always wear the Flash shirts on the same day. It's gonna be like Bushwhacker into stuff. It's gonna be Faithless Looting into Hollow Boy. It's not quite geeky jeeky, but yeah. Yeah, legendary 4-drops. Man. Their deck can go turn 2 Burning Tree Emissary, Faithless Looting, Ditch Vengevine, cast Hollowed One off the green. That's kind of sweet. Well, I mean, their hand successfully didn't do anything, so I guess we pass again. Sure, we do only need 2 black sources as opposed to other things. I know they don't have anything going on, but, like, at this point, yeah, we're very done. Let's try to get on the play, shall we? Is the stream title right? I believe so. Yeah, looks right. Yeah, I guess that's fine. Not exciting, but fine. I guess we have turn 3 Languish, which is probably okay. Yeah, resource variance is definitely pretty brutal, Rolf. Highs made me do it. Let's go to Dex. Thanks for the bits. Definitely just want to ramp up into this. I think giving a player on the draw a free scry on their 7 would be too unbalanced. No, I don't think so. I think another balancing mechanic they could do. Another balancing mechanic they could do to make being on the draw a little bit better in Magic is they could just have the person on the draw start +1 cards in their hand. So, like, they basically have you start with nice solid ones. They'd have you start with 8 cards, and then neither player draws a card on their first turn. I think that could be a sweet way to balance it. You start at 8, so basically you just get to make mulliganing decisions knowing what's on top of your deck. Like, instead of just, like, having a random extra draw, you, like, get information with it. I don't actually have that many mana rocks, and I don't think Deathcloud is that good in Modern. We, like, already have a lot of cards that aren't that good in Modern, so, like, playing more seems ambitious. Yeah, we're up a game in this very match, in fact. We've played Sylvan Awakening on this stream before, and it is hot, terrible garbage. It is very, very bad. It doesn't solve any problems the archetype has. And playing Explore in your deck with 17 lands is also pretty bad. I think the list we played actually had Explore in it, too. Now that I'm thinking about it. But then you have a play on turn 1 or discard to hand size. No, that's not what I said at all, Innocent Smith. Yeah, you're fine. I said explicitly... Oh, I should have played a fetch land so I could kill this, right? Oh, I can crack Mindstone and push. Yeah, I can. That's a good line. Get that revolt, baby. So I want to push here, or do I want to just Bontu's next turn? Bontu's next turn probably means I'm dead, so I should probably push. Is there anything I can petition for here that's very useful? I guess I could take their Vengevines away. Petitioning the Tendrils is okay. The problem is that, like, then if they can put Vengevine back into play next turn, I'm just, like, super dead. I have Tendrils in my deck. Yeah, Flaying Tendrils is probably fine. Not sure if we're beating Vengevine next turn anyways. Yeah, that's true. They do have to have, like, exactly 2 more creatures, which is kind of difficult. If I had 1 more mana, I would just get Kalitas here, but we don't. So let's just do this. I think Spreading Seas is a fine card to play, especially if you're expecting a lot of creature lands and Tron decks. I think Cryptic Command is really bad in your 4 Mutavault basic mountain deck. 4 mana is tough, and triple blue is tough. My body is ready to get Vengevine and die. Yep. Woof. They have a Delve Thread here. So we've got 2 Damnations, 2 Bontus, 2 Two Bontus, two Damnations, and two Dark Petitions in our deck that we can draw two here. If we hit any of those, we could be in an okay spot potentially. I mean, that means we're not dead. Abrupt Decay looking thoroughly awkward though. We're going to 4 on this attack, and we get one more draw here. They hit another Vengevine. This is aggressive. Like, our out's a sweeper here. I feel like playing another one's a little overextending. Yep. Let's try one more before we pack it in. I conceded the first one because we were just never beating it through the Breach Control deck, so let's play at least 3. I was wondering if we were going to be able to get through 6 decks today, but at this rate, we're definitely going to be able to. No, your list was pretty garbage, Justin. We just, like, played against Elf twice in our 6 sweeper deck and even managed to lose once. Your deck with 6 sweepers lost to Elves, so we're not going to talk about it. I don't think this is capable of keepable. Bottom that, just looking for a land. Yeah, we're gonna play 2 different Bridgevine decks today. Sweet! Another deck that cares about our sweepers. This should be... Knight of Souls Betrayal's pretty good here, too. So let's hopefully just curve out. I'm gonna take... Karn? I'm gonna take Karn. Yeah, I'm gonna take Karn. Karn. I guess I could take Steel over... Nah, I'm gonna take Karn. Karn makes big things. Let's just, like... Because if we don't draw land next turn, we're gonna stumble and die anyways. If we hit land here, we'll be in a great spot. Because we'll get to go kill this into Knight of Souls Betrayal. Okay. I mean, not in a good spot, but we're less dead than we could be otherwise. So we're gonna take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 damage this turn. More than 6. Okay, come on. Land. Magic's a low variance game. Our deck's got a lot of expensive spells in it, chat. We got a lot of expensive spells. Alright, let's cut some of these discard spells. Collective Brutality is kind of medium. Flaying Tendrils is fine. Alright, let's do it. Math is hard. If you wanted to push the Vengevine decks up, I've already got cards for the next one. I'm just not going to change it. We're just going to leave it how it is. It's just a pain. I've already got all my stuff set up. Is 26 mana sources enough? I mean, statistically, yes. In actuality, you're still going to stumble and die a lot. There's a non-zero chance turns won't take 2 hours. There's a non-zero chance that turns is just gonna, like, 03. If we're being honest with ourselves. That's not true. I always have a price. For $100, I'll rearrange my schedule. Otherwise, we're leaving it how it is. Let's leave the rules nice and clean. For $100, I'll rearrange my schedule. Otherwise, I've already made plans. We're leaving it how it is. I hope it takes 2 hours and an 03s. You're a monster! Flaying Tendrils cares not for your Edge Champion, so I guess I'll take this. Hopefully they go Animate, Equip. Alright, this is fine too. Oh, they missed equipping. To get that Mind Stone action in here too now. Regenerate this. Devoid didn't matter. This gives -/. It would kill it even if it wasn't Devoid. Just things worth noting. The Devoid was meaningless there. So they're gonna have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're gonna take 7 here. Knight of Souls, Betrayal, Curse of Death, Sold. That's a pretty good one. I'm gonna cycle this in case we find Knight of Souls, Betrayal. I should have played my land second. Got it. Oh no! Will we ever win the game now? They're gonna pump their thing. This feels a little spooky. I think we're dead because of this welding jar at this point. We need to draw Cursor Knight. I guess Dark Petition does it too, so we've got six of those cards to draw too. Not that this does anything, but it means if we draw Maelstrom Pulse, we can kill the plating next turn. Alright, and we're dead. Good stuff. Well, that was swift. Alright. Turns out we couldn't make this good. This is my sad face. Alright. Alright, we're finally gonna play blue-white turns.